yourself. Hello, bird brains. It is Bell and the Birdmen, and that is a delicious liquid death entering my mouth to start the show. Vince Quinn looking beautiful. God, that Bell and the Birdmen hoodie on a rainy day looks very comfy. How are you, sir?
On this body, it looks amazing. I'm terrible, John. I started the show with an empty
Terrible?
liquid death.
Oh, boy. Look at that.
Hold on.
Couldn't even hold it. He was trying to hold his horses and couldn't. That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. It's drinkable, and you can go get yourself one. liquiddeath.com/Bell, where every case that you order is free. Shipped, not free. That is not true. Every case that
Free
you order,
shipping.
You get free shipping. That is right. I don't know. It's been like 2 years. Still get that reversed somehow. So, ladies and gentlemen, the microphone is now. That was good. That was great. See, there was a little sideline help for QB1 here.
I'm a disaster on the back end. Yeah, I'm a complete mess right now. I can't do anything functional related to the show.
Not unlike the Philadelphia Eagles, who have controlled that crazy chaos. I still can't believe that they're 4-0, even though, shouldn't be shocked about it. Said that they were going to win the Super Bowl the moment the A.J. Brown trade and Jordan Davis, came here. So, more on that later.
All right, I got a little fun jab for you related to that,
good. And listen, we're all on cloud nine. There isn't a thing you could tell us that is going to knock us down, right? Very clear on that. But me and Vince Quinn here, we're in the middle of trying to prepare for Tuesday's show, where I definitely wanted to get even more hyped up and gassed up about how many things can the Eagles buy and we still won't care, which we're going to do on Thursday. But here's why.
Yeah.
We ran into a little speed bump, and now we need your help, okay? I am not coming on here for Miles Sanders slander. I want to just make that very clear. Fantastic season, all-star level, doing things that I didn't think he was possible in his repertoire to do. Looks more like Saquon Barkley than I thought he could, okay? We're there. We are right there. Now, let's just ride this good train to say, I don't know, the NFC Championship game or whatever it is. And Miles Sanders is a top 5 running back in the league. It is time to pay the piper. I've asked Miles to do all these things. He's blown me away, Vince Quinn. He's done it. We're going to pay a running back. Right? Because I'm going I'm going to sound like a dick, but it's just the truth now. If Miles Sanders is great, and I think this is where you're at too, Vince, because you brought this up. It doesn't matter, almost, is what you're telling me, right?
No, it doesn't matter. It's Howie Roseman we're talking about.
Oh, no.
Are you telling me that Howie...
A fool's errand, Miles Sanders. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's not a fool's errand for him because he's going to get paid. He's going to be worth money on the open market, but that is the open market. It is not on a re-sign or an extension here. That is not happening. It's not in the cards because this is the guy, that I expected in his second year. And if he did this in his second year and he'd been doing this whole time, maybe it'd be a little bit different. But also, you got to consider the windows here, right? Jalen Hurts is going to get paid. We talked about that last week. He's going to get paid. Are you going to tell me you're going to start a window of a contract? You pay a guy like Miles Sanders, top of the market running back money. You're going to do that right now as Jalen Hurts is going to get whatever the hell he gets as a quarterback, especially if this team goes 15-2 and wins the Super Bowl, which I'm telling you. So you can't. You can't. For all the guys that are free agents, and shout out to, I think it was Turbo Mike, as always, in the Discord.
That's not Turbo Mike. That is the Discord beat reporter, sir. Turbo Mike.
Yes.
Thank you. Respect on that name.
Oh, I know. Plenty of respect for that name. Mike's fucking amazing. I love Mike.
Fantastic job. In the season and in the offseason.
Yeah.
So, join the Discord
I'm on
already.
Twitter less because of Mike.
I'm almost never on Twitter because of Mike.
Yeah.
Shouts.
So he put something in the Discord. It was here's all the players for the Eagles that are free agents next year. And when you run through that list, and it's 11 guys were starters, I think he said. It's a long fucking list of valuable players. And again, that's just the free agents on top of paying your quarterback. Are there a lot of things changing with the salary cap, and it's going to create windows, and you can add all these pieces, and we'll talk about all those pieces? Absolutely. But is it worth paying Miles Sanders for the next 3-4 years at top of the line running back money? Absolutely not.
You're right. Listen, I want to fight this so bad, but there is, just close your eyes right now and think about this. YouTubers as well. First of all, hit the like button down below, but close your eyes with me.
I'll cover my eyes.
Right? And you're thinking of all this great stuff. And just remember 2017. I remember where I was. I was hugging strangers. I think I kissed a horse.
As long as you didn't eat the poop like that one guy.
Didn't eat the poop. I might have initiated the push out, but I don't know. We were all dancing on Eye of a Tiger. It was great. I wanted to pay everybody. Everyone deserved it. Carson Wentz deserved $5 billion. So did Nick Foles, all that, right? And then, look at all the stuff and just remember all of the stuff that we just went through to get to here, right here. Now we can wake up. Now we're here again. Now it's present. A lot of cool shit. A lot of great things. Zach Ertz is here. I can't wait to kick the hell out of him. That's this week. I don't care about him.
Yeah.
I don't care one iota about Zach Ertz. I don't really care about anybody left on the Super Bowl team that's not a Philadelphia Eagle. Is that fair? Don't care what Chris Long is up to. Don't really care. Don't care. Don't care. It's about right now. Right? I will not care about Miles Sanders 5 years from now, and I don't care where he's playing. I'll be yelling at him because he's not worth his contract. We will be so stressed out because he did this one great thing, just like Nelson Aguilar did in the Super Bowl year.
Oh, spicy.
And then we return to reality once again, just like we did with Carson Wentz, and he wasn't really the guy. And I just think would be a mistake to hold on to these emotions, and we should just enjoy the fact that Miles Sanders is kicking ass, taking names, and get ready to wave the cap and say thank you so much for winning us a Super Bowl and enjoy your time as a Jaguar or wherever.
They need a third running back, yeah. James Robinson, free agent this year, by the way.
Seeing that, ETN stinks. He jumps in there. He's in the market. That's where I just think it's a logical choice. Doug just wants Miles Sanders back because, that's his guy, and, he'll make the emotional mistake, and, let them make the emotional mistake. You can't do this. You can't do this. And Vince Quinn, if you could please, because I know we're on both sides of this argument here, can you please run down, or at least let us guess, because this is the fun part. What I don't even really know what the running back market is right now.
Boy.
It just seems like it's expensive if you're going to try to do this. And I've got another killer major reason why you can't do this. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let's start. First off, I want to use a benchmark to get things going here, because a guy that we have talked about a lot, and for a 2-year window before Jalen Hurts gets paid, can he fit on this team? Derrick Henry, absolutely fucking yes, he can. Okay.
Oh my God, can he?
Absolutely yes. He can be on this team. Derrick Henry, 5th highest paid running back in the league. Average annual value, 5th highest paid. That average annual value, $12.5 million a year on average. Okay.
And that is the GOAT, right? That's the exception to the rule. That is the GOAT, right? And Taylor thought he lost a step in the first few games of the season. And that is okay. And he did, right? And so you're one more ding dong, and that 12.5 is going to go, oh boy. That could have been a really great wide receiver or offensive lineman or safety, corner. That's a lot of things. That's 2 players. Whew, I'm already having anxiety. All right. So that's 5th. Can we guess 4-1?
Can you guess 4-1? That's my question for you. Can you?
So
And Taylor, you're in on this too.
Absolutely is, because we guessed number 1 correctly. Automatically, it's CMC currently right now, right?
Yeah, CMC, who, by the way, $16 million average annual value.
I think his cap hit is something absurd, like $1 million though, or something like that this year, isn't it?
Well, maybe
because
on an extension, but 4 years, $64 million was the contract that he signed.
Woo! I believe Taylor arrived at Alvin Kamara before I did, but I agreed with him. Is he on that list?
Alvin Kamara is on the board. He's on the board.
Ding, 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 ding.
Alvin Kamara comes in at number 3.
Okay.
When it comes to average annual value, or I should say, he's in a tie for 2nd.
Okay.
Alvin Kamara, $15 million a year. average annual value.
That's why they don't have quarterback.
So tied at second with him then.
That's why they don't have a quarterback from Taylor. 100% right. So you still got 2 more.
Tied with him then. Who on earth is still making a butt chunk? Oh my God, is this still like Le'Veon Bell or something like that?
Oh
Yeah.
no. He's in the ring. He's out.
I am stuck on number 2. I would like to guess number 4 if you're agreeable to that, unless you have a guess, Taylor.
Is he in the NFC?
He is in the NFC. Now it's guess who. I like this.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Go ahead, T. I think I know who it is.
Saquon?
Incorrect. Saquon not in the top 5. Saquon right now is 9th. His average annual value, because he's still on his rookie deal, just about
I thought I read it.
7.8 million.
Wow. Okay.
Average annual value.
Is it Aaron Green Bay? Oh my God,
Aaron Jones?
Aaron
Jones is 6th with 12 million, so he's a
That's a
half
good
million
guess.
shy of Henry per year.
That was my.
Tied with Joe Mixon.
All right, I am stuck on number 2. You're gonna have to give it to me.
You're gonna
Wait. What division?
I'm sorry.
Or what division?
Yeah, give us another hint.
NFC East.
Oh,
NFC
East.
Zeke.
Yes, that is correct. Zeke.
Oh, duh.
Zeke is the
I'm an
highest.
idiot.
He's the second highest paid running back in the league at $15 million a year average annual value.
That's pretty crazy.
And there's still one other guy.
So number 4, shit.
Just above Derrick Henry in terms of value. Just above him. Played him this year.
Played him already.
Played his team this year.
Wow. Why am I stuck on this?
Oh, Cook.
Dalvin Cook is correct.
Wow.
12.6 million. Dalvin Cook.
Jesus. And like Minnesota's a mess. That's what I mean. Like, let's go down the list. Carolina, mess. Dallas, on the brink of a mess.
Yeah.
Can agree on that. They're in cap hell. That's not debatable.
Carolina's in the worst condition of all of them because they're wildly underperforming the amount of talent they have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who was 4th again?
Dalvin Cook.
Oh, Dalvin Cook, Minnesota. I mean, rebuilding, I would say a mess, and I'm kind of like, I don't know about that Kevin dude as a head coach.
Kevin O'Connell, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He seems a little, I don't know, a little high schooly to me. Anyway, but like
5 is Derrick Henry, and the Titans suck.
and they just gave us AJ Brown,
And they were
now we're
kind
4-0.
they were kind of a fake contender all those years anyway, right? I mean, did you
Yes.
The window is closed.
Yeah, the window's closed. I never really believed in the Titans as a Super Bowl team. Like, even when they went on that run, they beat the Patriots and they beat the Ravens first, and then they beat the Titans or the Patriots the following week, and it was like, oh shit.
That was like the Patriots was the first round.
Was it the first round? Then
I
Baltimore
think
was
so.
the second.
Yeah.
Whatever that run was, because Henry was running for like 225 yards a
right.
game. I was like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is amazing. This is so much fun. But like, they're not winning the Super Bowl. They just weren't good enough.
Well, yeah, and then like I didn't even mention the Saints, which like they're about to give the Eagles again a top 4 pick now.
Yeah.
Like, so it's a mistake. It's a mistake. The evidence has never been so clear. You and I have fought about this for years, and I was honestly never on Vince's side because I thought there was always the Derrick Henry exception to the rule. I never thought the Saquon thing was the right thing to move because, like, to me, I mean, I would rather Howie Roseman draft a running back in the first round than pay Miles Sanders.
Ooh.
That's
I
just
don't know.
in terms of value and what you're getting out of it. I mean, at least this is capped. At least I know I can go find the next guy, even though it's going to probably take that kid another year to get to NFL legs. And this offensive line's too good, guys. It's too good.
Didn't you just say you wouldn't trade a first for Henry?
That I would?
Yeah.
Right, because of his contract, and it expires. You can get out of it. You're running it into the ground, and it's done. And I know Derrick Henry is way better than Miles Sanders. It's not even a question about it. And if you're fighting about that, leave now, because that's I'm talking about ultimate firepower. How do you upgrade great? Like Miles Sanders right now is great. Derrick Henry is a greatest of all time. That's what I mean.
Derrick Henry is a generational talent at running
Right.
back.
Even if he's lost a step in November, well.
Yeah.
That's going to fucking hurt real bad, and I want that. And, sorry to keep saying this too, but like Miles is doing great. He's doing his job. I'm not knocking him down. Stop trying to do it, Vince Quinn. But like the analytics also agree with this too, that the offensive line is a major contributor to this. A major contributor.
Yeah, well, that of course, like, are
major,
you kidding me?
like unbelievable.
Are you kidding me?
The same thing that the Rams made the mistake with.
What? Don't say Todd Gurley.
No,
don't besmirch
Oh
Todd
no,
Gurley.
it was
All right.
the same thing.
No.
Like the
Oh, how dare you
look
besmirch
at
Todd Gurley
where
in his prime.
you just look at where offensive lines are playing at, and they're going to have the dominant run game, and it doesn't matter. There's been so many throws at this. I've even come at you with all of it. I'm just going like, ugh. And every football guy says the same thing. At some point, you got to play football and chop it up. And yes, you do, but that's a very short window. It's from the 15 in, and I'll give you the exclamation point, and we actually might still fight about this.
All right, yeah, sure.
What did everyone say going into the season? Stick with the bread and butter, run the damn ball, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They've abandoned it completely.
What?
No one's willing to admit it, and that's how they're winning football games.
What are you watching?
Other than weather, wind, and as Jalen Hurts eloquently put it, the train's running no matter whether it's sleet, rain, or snow, baby, 100. But A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are running the show, and so is Jalen Hurts, and it's either his legs, those two guys, and everything else is complimentary. That's true. There is no evidence of that thing that we saw last year anywhere near this offense. What do you mean? They don't even think about fucking running first. It doesn't even enter their mind that they go,
how can you
we should run here.
They're the highest running team in the league.
Because they're scoring
unit.
on big plays. They're getting chunk plays where it's easier to run the football and score, and everyone's hitting the touchdown. All of them are, not just Miles, who's playing outstanding. Vince Quinn, God damn it, why are you telling me to you son of a bitch? He's doing great.
Yeah,
but so is everyone else that gets touches.
But it's all doing good. You can't tell me that the running game isn't working when it's one of the best units in the whole fucking league.
Because
teams would kill themselves to have a running game like this.
65. Jack Driscoll, who can play 3 fucking positions, which is absurd, and it only takes them a quarter to settle in and then go gangbusters, bang, bing, bong, boom. It doesn't matter who's back there, guys. Well, the star of the shows that constantly get ignored and praised at the same time, which is really confusing to me. The offensive line is the best in the league. I could run 3.2 yards behind that line. No joke, no smoke. Give me the ball, and I'll get you 3 yards in a cloud of dust behind those guys. Pay me. No, don't do that, because that's sports radio, and no one does that here.
Vet minimum.
But the running game is gone, guys. It's there to close.
Gone.
It's not there to be the star of the show like it was last year.
Well, it's never supposed to be. But like like you said, in a game like last week, that's what it's for. But they use it a lot, and it is massively valuable because it's an essential part of the passing game. The ability to have the read option, play action, all those things, and give you the ability to throw stuff over the middle because the linebackers have to respect it. It's an essential part of the passing game. Like, the running game is an extension of the passing game. Just running the ball the way you do. Because Sean McVay changed all that stuff. The way him and Kyle Shanahan, the way they structure their offenses.
He just got his ass kicked
by
Jimmy G
by Kyle Shanahan, who's from the same tree and worked with him on the same staff and does the same principles.
Kicking field goals, guys, when you should go for touchdowns, you punks. Anyway.
Look, they got a lot of issues, and Stafford's not a goddamn Hall of Famer, okay? Fuck all you people. But anyway.
We got to talk about that at some point over the weekend.
The running game for the Eagles team is incredibly important to what they do. They are so good at it, and you're seeing Miles Sanders. How many, I'll say this, and this is against Miles Sanders, to the offensive line's credit, how many running backs could get 5 yards a carry on this team right now? A fuck ton.
Right. Why?
A ton.
So why? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're arguing against yourself here,
Well,
pal.
no, I'm saying no, because you're saying that they're not a running team and it doesn't exist on this team.
No.
When they're like a 50% running team.
I said it is not the focal point, the love fest that it was last year.
No, it's not
they
that.
relied on that. You want to know why? I'll give you 2 guesses, and both of them would be correct, and they're 2 separate answers. There's 2 correct answers here.
Okay.
Why?
Well,
Why is Miles Sanders successful this season?
Getting into your head, which I've had a lot of experience with now.
Dangerous place.
One is A.J. Brown. Number 2 is Nick Sirianni. Listen to me. He's throwing goddamn slants and shit and making it easy. And they've got a full, well-rounded offense that can attack people at 3 layers. So it's easy to run the ball because you can't defend everything. And the line's really good. So there you go.
1.5 points of credit,
Great.
sir. All right?
Take it.
I'll allow it.
I'll take it.
Honorary mention Nick Sirianni. But I was wrong about one thing in the offseason. It's not A.J. Brown that's the impact. It's Jalen Hurts. Because he is the running back one, really, because on every play he can be. And that is going to hold every person for that little thing where the best offensive line in the world is going to open up a crease. And I beg everyone to just go look at Baldy's breakdowns from this week and go, like, Lane Johnson is an absurd human being. I just cannot believe he plays football here. And when we talked about what's his face, the Georgia pass rusher who everyone was scared of, and
Javon Walker.
Yes, stoned. I didn't realize it. Nothing. Looked like a baby against that guy. Just flicked him away. And the best run of the day, which I believe might have been that sealed crease touchdown run, which Devontae's going, hell yeah. Lane spins out of the block that he's in to allow Miles Sanders that extra half a yard to scoot through, and then walks away because he just knows he owned that son of a bitch. He's putting his 6-shooter back in and walking towards the sideline. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. That is not Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
That is all Jalen Hurts offensive line, and yes, A.J. Brown and honorary mention Nick Sirianni. It is all that. That is why Miles is succeeding. They made him the focal point last year, and they weren't as good. Vince Quinn, why are you making me say this? You son of a bitch. Miles, you're doing great. But
He's doing great. He's playing great football. We're also not paying him, but he's doing great. He's doing great. But yeah, if I had to look, because you think about the cycle, and you even mentioned the idea of spending a first-round pick. I mean, yeah, the money you're going to spend on a first-round pick to draft a running back, first off, that is a signal that, again, I mean, after they win the Super Bowl anyway, that's an all-in piece, right? Kansas City drafts Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The all-in piece. Didn't work. Clearly did not work. Now a seventh round rookie is the guy that's making shit happen for them right now.
True too, yeah.
It's Pacheco. I mean, that guy's making stuff happen. Rutgers guy, by the way, so he's local. Go local. But wait, Taylor's like, what's this fucking idiot talking about? And he's right. He's totally right. But that's really where the investment is, right? The biggest guy, I've already mentioned him a couple of times on the show, and I will continue to do this, Dameon Pierce.
Yeah. Right.
Dameon Pierce, 4th-round running back, looks really fucking good. He plays for the Texans. He's doing a great job on a terrible team, but you could draft a guy like that every single year. Guys in the 4th round could be really good running backs. Mac, Marlon. Just looking at all the years. There's so many guys that do it in the middle round. So, that's where you go with the investment. That's where you put the money in to get those guys through the rookie contract. Unless you're getting somebody that's a rotational guy, he's a, 3rd down, pass-catching, complimentary kind of guy, or he's just a bruiser, and it's a very straightforward kind of guy. That's what you get. You extend those guys for $3 million a year and you rotate them. You don't just go in and go pay a guy $12 million, because Miles has an injury history too.
Well, that's yeah.
And so why am I going to pay a running back with an injury history who's now finally he's clicked? I mean, he's making the most of his athleticism. He had some great plays on his own in that game last week. I have to give him credit for that. But a lot of it is within the structure of the offense, play in and play out. What is the biggest factor? It's the offensive line. It's as good as I've ever seen in my life. And you just ride that.
Yeah.
You ride that with anybody that comes through the door.
And again, I'm not trying to knock that, because the Eagles finally built an offense to feature two things that they've pretty much. I mean, Miles is heavily invested in regards and context of what this franchise usually does with running backs. So they did build an offense to make it easier for Miles, and they made it easier for Jalen too, and they needed to do that. It's just I want to make sure at the end of this that, again, back to the visuals, it's all great. And, yes, we're going to say a lot of dumb shit when the Eagles win the Super Bowl, and that's okay. We're allowed to. We're drinking all the Kool-Aid at that point.
That's right.
Everyone's a Hall of Famer. Get drunk and tweet weird things at Eagles players and your feelings guilty. But, like, there's another piece of this that I think we need to open up the discussion again, because it's a big NFL piece, which I can't wait, and I think we're going to fight about this too.
Okay.
But more importantly, if you agree, disagree with any of this, and you're heading to Arizona this weekend, please text us, 215-509-5833. And if you're down there, you're a Birds fan in Arizona, dude, we're leaving Thursday, man. This is a 4-dayer. This is like we're hanging out for the weekend. And I'm sorry we're only giving you like 48 days notice, but like, first of all, check the schedule. Boo on you. And secondly, we've been telling you this because our fantastic partners, phillysportstrips.com, and go to phillysportstrips.com/bell right now to look at all of the events that we have going on. Golf outings, a huge hangout with Seth Joyner, I think, is happening on Friday night.
Friday night.
We're throwing a very much free party on Saturday night to just come and hang out and drink and eat. And Vince Rizzuto, you beautiful man, are like just making happy hours all over the place. Sunday, obviously, we're all going to the game. We'll get more into a deep dive on that on Thursday because there's some history we got to break, and I think we're going to break it. Kyler Murray, you weirdo. But it's just going to be a fantastic time, especially at the tailgate. Vince had to remind me again because I haven't been back again since 2008. But I remember all of the cool, like, little, I don't know, big grotto / like huge. It's like a fancy shopping center is the best way I can describe it. But like unbelievable atmosphere to tailgate, and that's the only way that they do it over there. Obviously, if you've been to our home tailgates at the Navy Yard, you know what we're talking about. But I'm talking about like lounge couches and chill places, and like, this isn't the. No offense, because I know this isn't the Red Bull and fucking Bud Light crowd, all right? This is the let's have fun and do better things than that. Like let's have the better food. Let's have the better drinks. Let's not have the hangovers because we're getting older. God dang it. And it sucks. I got to say that out loud, but, it's just I love this. And it's a mix of everything. So you can go as cool or as loud as you want to. There's sections for all of that. And I can't wait, Vince. It's like the people we met in Detroit, the people that hung out with us in D.C., all 1,200 of you knuckleheads, I love you. It's been incredible. And the more the Eagles win, the more this is just going to get more and more fire behind it. Like I want us to take over every city if this ends up being a Dolphins conversation.
Well,
so yeah,
it's going to be awesome. I mean, this weekend's going to be amazing. And if you're just out in the Arizona area or you plan to be out for the game but you didn't book it with Philly Sports Trips, again, we got all these events. Text us if you want the details on where everything's going to be. 215-509-5833. So you want to join us on Saturday, hang out, crack a couple of beers?
Yeah, please.
No problem. You want to join us for the tailgate? We'll tell you how to get there. 215-509-5833.
Wherever it goes, but we appreciate you listening, watching wherever you are getting this. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you're giving 5 stars and getting rave reviews wherever you can do those things. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like button down below. And especially if you're on the podcast, you need to get over here because we have a little bonus segment coming up here in just a little bit, exclusively only on YouTube. Vince Quinn, what are we talking about, sir?
So YouTube. God, I can't believe there's a take going around. I don't even know who did it. I don't even want to say their name because fuck them. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, it's so great.
Although I will say this. He's on a good track. It's good for the Eagles. It's good for the Eagles. I like how it's shaking out for the Eagles. Works good for me.
Well, yeah, definitely do that and see us over at YouTube. Thank you again to all of our wonderful partners. Vince at Philly Sports Trips, my man, you are the greatest. Thank you to all our friends over at Liquid Death. Use the link liquiddeath.com/bell to get free shipping on every case that you order. And the last thing I have to say is Bill Simmons, hello, sir. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I respect that you take my takes and then put them into yours 2 weeks in a row now. Shout out to Trill Bro Dude for pointing out that me and Bill Simmons are apparently crossing streams. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it definitely tells me one thing. I'm a boomer, and I'm so sorry. That does it for Taylor Cordatis, Vince Quinn. I'm John Barchard. We'll see you over on the bonus segment on YouTube. Okay, bye.